Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, it's time for another clash against the Titans on our favorite clash map, Megaton. And I have spawned here as the purple Zerg with my Titan ally Contrarian as the green Protoss. And the challengers in this matchup, we have Spartan as the pink Terran, Dunamai as the teal Zerg, and Bocephus as the light gray, violet, purpley periwinkle Terran. Now, just by looking at the composition of these races, I'm assuming we selected these, because this is too coincidental for pretty much everyone to have what they want. I don't know if Bocephus selected this, or Bocephus might have gone random. He does do a lot of random when we ladder, so it could be either way, but as usual, the challengers will have a 80% health deficit, just because 3-on-2 is going to be hard in any sort of matchup, unless, you know, the Titans were Grandmaster. Now, there might be something to set up. Anyhow, I'm actually super excited because my new computer build that I've been talking about is pretty much done. I've got a lot of software I got to install on it, so I'm not using it yet for this cast, but it should be soon, as soon as I can squeeze out the time. But I've just got so much going on that I just can squeeze little bits out here and there. You know, once I find some time to start shoving all that software on there, including Starcraft 2, then we can start getting on a new computer, and maybe I can get a better frame rate, which I'm not doing so hot with right now. And oh, and Bocephus actually blocked my expansion. I was very sad about this. Is he gonna get the drone? He's gonna try. Oh, one hit left on that drone will kill it. But then again, the SCV is not doing so good either, and the drone will eventually heal. Oh, in another second, that drone will be able to take another hit from it. Instead, I'm gonna start another drone, and that was a mistake. Yeah. Well, no, there's an expo for me now. Thank you very much. I will be just fine. I'm not exactly a macro guru, so just little delays like that well, this will probably be like this regardless of whether he blocked that expansion. And we're going to get that gas down and that pool down. So everything was a little bit delayed, but I think it will be okay. And they have started building, well, I guess this is almost a wall off. Yeah, just a lot of barracks going on right now. It looks like, oh, Contrarian must have been just finishing scouting, and Dunamai is going to be grabbing the back base expansion, thus forcing his allies to go out into the center of the map, where they will find the Titans, but not just yet. We look at the production tab. We got 2 pools on the way. Dunamai is just finishing. Mine is almost done, but I will also have that lovely, lovely gas for my Zergling speed, and he is getting gas. Not quite enough for Zergling speed yet, though. Looks like he only just started harvesting this. Yeah, he just started harvesting this, so he's going to be a little while for gas is ready, although he might be able to start it before I start mine. Mine should be coming up here any second. Any second. Please don't tell me I forgot my speed. What am I doing that I would forget my speed? Well, that's just absurd. There it is. I don't know why that was so delayed. There is nothing, literally nothing else I should have been doing right now. And we do have an overlord here for Dunamai. Going to be scouting around. I got an overlord out here just going to check out this area. This is such a huge dead space. All sorts of nastiness can go on in here, and there's very little you can do about it unless you have air units. So I'm going to be watching for that, watching for any drops or any air harassment, hopefully, and we should be just fine. What do we got going on here? Anything interesting? No. Oh, we already got roaches out for Dunamai, who not even gonna bother for the speed. He's just gonna go straight to the roach tech. Gonna go for those beef units, knowing that he is at a hit point deficit. Even the little roach here, who has 116 hit points out of, well, I'm not gonna try to do the math on that, and I don't have memorized how much hit points a roach has. I got too much going on up here right now. I can't save room for all the numbers in this game because there's a lot of them. And getting that lair tech up, throwing on a couple of spines. I have done a little bit of harassment on these guys in the past, and maybe he's a little worried about it. So he's gonna get those early spines up, do some defense, make sure they don't lose right away to whatever's going on here. But no, we seem to be macroing contently right now. Contrarian going to be just getting up that expansion of his waist, tucked back here safely in the back of the base, all by his little lonesome, and throwing on 3 more gates. So he's going to be on 4 gates off that expansion. Looks like warp gate technology is just done, and we do have the +1 armor coming out for Dunamai, so he's going to make those roaches even beefier now. Although, aren't any more on the way just yet. Getting up that second gas. He's probably going to need it once he's getting into lair tech, as he is pretty low on the gas right now, despite having that one gas saturated. He's going to get those drones to work right away. Lair is finished, and where is he going to go next? Is he going to go for some roach speed? That would Sierra. There it is, the roach speed. So he's going to go for quick upgraded roaches. Not bad. And 20 lings are coming out for me right now. These are speedlings. They're going to be ready for doing a little bit of their map control and trying to get up a macro hatch. Already trying to get up a macro hatch. Well, actually, already, but I probably should have had it up sooner. I was down. I had the extra 300 mils right now. Well, I've added to it since then, so another hatchery is probably gonna be good at it. Maybe get a couple. Let's get some more queens out there. I know there's no queens coming out of that one. Just getting one extra queen. Gonna be scouting around at expansions. Is anyone taking that gold yet? No. Sometimes people like to sneak this gold early, just because if no one scouts it, they can get a lot of money off of that before the map really becomes contested, and it's hard to hold bases out all across the map. I mean, usually you can hold one side or the other if you've got your ally supporting you, but once there's action going on both sides, no base is safe. None. Not a darn one. Oh, and looks like Contrarian was able to spot that Overlord and snipe it, and that is going to hurt Dunamai, who is... Oh, he's now supply blocked. That was actually pretty huge. He's going to need to get some more Overlords. 5 Overlords coming. That might be a bit of overkill at this stage in the game. And 19 drones coming for me right now. Let me check the income tab right now. I think those are just about ready to spawn. Or did they already count? Let's check. No, those did not count. So I have now 51 harvesters, and you're actually getting a little bit oversaturated there. I'm going to have to expand again. And those lings are still staying active in the poke around. No one's taking this expansion yet, but both of these expansions, this one's just going down. And this one's just completing, and there's a very small force here. I don't know if these 20 lings are enough, but remember, they have full health while these units are at 80%, and he's going to swing around. Oh, he's going to get that mule. These are fresh mules, and that is going to be a huge loss in economy right there. And he's going to try to respond, but all that mining is absolutely done, and he's going to lift that up. Whoa, watch out for those marauders. Oh, I thought I'd make those sniper marauder, but no, I'm going to need a couple of lings. Yeah, about, what, 4 lings right there. But, you know, taking out that base, that is pretty good. And then we're going to get a planetary here for Spartan. He does not want to have to defend this, and this will make it pretty much impregnable to Zerglings for a long time. And where did all those drones go? Did I make a ton of buildings or something? I got a couple Evo chambers here. I thought I had a lot more drones than that. I can't have just lost them all. Could I have? I don't know, but we're getting +1 range attack for those roaches. Burrow and tunneling closets coming, so he's going to have those mobile roaches. I got the 1/1 coming from my lings. We got +2 attack, +1 armor coming from both Cephas's ground infantry, and we got +1 armor coming from Spartans, plus he's just got Marines and Marauders, and Contrarian seems to be pretty content to macro, getting up his third base first. It looks like I'm trying to throw up my third, but Contrarian is going to be first, adding on more gateways, getting a couple, triple. He's gonna be triple foraging, so he's really gonna need those upgrades. And those lings are still poking around. I don't know what they've gotten themselves up to. Maybe they saw that planetary and said, I will not be having any of that. Contrarian's gonna be moving out with those stalkers. He does have blink already. Did not even see the Twilight Council. He's even got a little bit of damage, so he's already been. Oh, but he can't go into these marauders. The marauders actually murder those stalkers. They've got to get out of there. Oh, he just threw them away. There's just too much here. And okay, he's gonna blink and try to save them. This runner is gonna try to chase him down, but I don't think. Yeah, he's not really gonna be able to do much right there. So that was a bit of a loss. He needed to pay a little bit more attention, and my lings are gonna poke around saying, "How was that expansion doing?" No, that one's just fine. No one mining there either. And I do have Lair coming up right now, and we got +2 armor coming from Dunamai's forces. We got, siege mode coming here for Bocephus, plus he's getting the level 1 upgrade for those tanks, and Dunamai's going for Spire Tech. He does go a quick Spire Tech, and it looks like I have spotted a Changeling in this base, and, well, I don't really think... Yeah, that was a bit overkill. Changelings do not have a lot of hit points, so 1 probe, I think, would have been more than sufficient. That does mean that we have an Overseer poking around. Dunamai does like scouting with those Changelings. I really do need to do it more myself, but I usually forget about my Overseers. And a ton more drones coming. I guess I got to get this base saturated. If we check the income tab right now, the Titans are macroing like crazy, although it looks like I get a little more mineral count up there, but as soon as these drones get to work, I think that'll help take care of that. and get me caught up here. And Bocephus is the next closest one, and we got like 50% more. And oh, looks like I just happened to snipe Dunamite's expansion right there. Did not even catch that, and I'm going to pull right out of there before he can stop it. He's going to quickly try to rebuild that, but damage done. And we check the units lost right now. Contrarian lost a bit, probably a lot in that engagement where he walked right into those Marauders, but look at Dunamite. He's using quite a bit too. I mean, I've lost that, but that's got to be mainly Lings. I don't remember. I didn't notice any other attacks that would have taken out anything of Lings, so that's actually quite a lot for Lings, it seems like. I don't know. And those Stalkers are they're still poking around. They want to see what kind of damage they can do, as do these Lings. Although I keep losing numbers. Need to get more Lings up and more bases, but I do have some nice creep spread over here on my side, or over on this side of the base. I suppose technically I've got this whole front part of the map. Oh, the creep spread is getting a little bit going there too. Just one creep tumor over here, however, so not spreading quite as fast as this side, which just one dedicated creeper, you can get a lot of creep going. I mean, look at all these tumors that I can spread out there as soon as I notice them. And ooh, we got a Dark Shrine coming here for Contrarian and Zealot Legs. He does like getting his DTs and then moving into Archons. But he's also going for that Colossus tech right there. And it looks like I'm getting a Spire and an Infestation Pit. A lot more Zerglings on the way. Plus 2/2 for my Lings. Overlord Transport for some reason, and Overlord Speed. And it looks like Bocephus is going to be taking this expansion out here. And we do have Mutalisks coming out here for Dunamite. Does he already have Mutalisks out? No, he does not. He's making one Mutalisk, but he's getting a flyer attack for that one Mutalisk. And 2 more Overseers coming. Where are those being morphed in at? Where does he think he needs those? Although with DTs coming, that might not be a bad idea. That Dark Shrine will be done before too long. And the triple upgrades, level 2 upgrades coming here for Contrarian and his triple Forge play. And those Lings are still staying pretty active. I'm not sure where they're heading right now. And Contrarian's still building this Stalker count. Once he gets to level 2 upgrades, it might be time to move, but he's got to be careful. Those Roaches are also 2/2, and these Marauders are 1/1. They will do a fine number on those Stalkers, so actually just poking in here may not be the best idea. Just running up here, poking in, seeing what's going on, and then blanking back immediately is probably the only safe recourse right now. There's all sorts of activity going on. It looks like I'm getting +1 air upgrades for mine too, and I'm getting an early hive. Pathogen glands are on the way. Do we have any infestors coming out yet? No. Units. I want the units tab. Nope. Just Lings right now. But I'm building on something, it looks like. And it looks like we're getting a late speed here for Dunamite. And Bocephus getting the 3/3 for his infantry. Getting that. Looks like he's getting a second armory up because he can't get the 3/3 without an armory. So he must be going for double tank upgrades, perhaps. Although he doesn't have any tanks going on right now. So I'm not really sure what the point of that is. And these Stalkers are moving forward. He doesn't have an observer, so he can't clear out any of these creep tumors. And he did see those Marauders and said, "Okay, we're going to pull back," which I think is a good idea. We're mixing some Hydralisks in here, and a Hydralisk here with this army. And the Lings are poking out on this side of the map once again. We do have Thermal Lance upgrade coming for those Colossus, and he's still working on that, getting that level 2 finished though. And double starport coming here for Bocephus. The Queen is continuing to extend the creep, and we're starting to push it in this direction. But it looks like we do have another changeling for Dunamite, who's going to stare at that creep tumor that he actually can't see. So that changeling is not really doing anything right now, unless something runs directly past it. Still nothing taking out this base. These Roaches poking around. There's nothing over there for them to take on. And it looks like, I may have managed to retake the watchtower. There was somebody there, but it seems to have spurred Bocephus to move his units forward. And with all these 2/3 Marines, they will be 3/3 soon, but with the +3 attack, they could decimate those Lings. So I've got to be careful not to get caught. And there's that single Mutalisk. He's got 3 more on the way, but this is the only. Oh no, never mind. He brought some friends with him. And I should be able to see this, but apparently I am just ignoring it. And then the Mutalisks are ignoring me, so why not? And we got Roaches up here for Dunamite poking around. Contrarian is once again taking position at that gold expansion. And oh, we're throwing down a lot of bunkers here from Bocephus, and that's finally going to alert me because apparently I don't know how to use a mini-map. But, I mean, Mulos to take out Lings, that's going to take forever. We do have an engagement here, Contrarian Stalkers against these Roaches, and with some good Blink Micro, he can do pretty well against that, but he's got to watch out for those Marauders. He's going to have to get out of there, Blink out of there. No! Oh! I think those are probably the Stalkers who Blink Microed back, because they did not quite have the... They didn't blink. And he's gonna be chased down by those Roaches. The Marauders are right behind him, so he can't really turn around. He's got to get out of there. Why is he stopping? Oh, you've got to get out of there. He's just gonna let those Stalkers die so that this small handful can escape. Apparently, I don't. Oh, and that Ultralisk Cavern. I didn't even see that building. Ultralisk Cavern coming 3-3 on the way, plus the Adrenal glands to get those cracklings going. So I'm gonna have a scary Ling Ultra army, which is something I've been doing quite a bit recently. Just, I don't go for the air tech quite as much. I mean, sometimes, well, it just depends on how the game goes. In these games, I don't tend to do the air tech as much, because it seems to be pretty well defended. And I like that the Ling Ultra seems to be doing quite well for me. And it looks like these Colossi, whoa, look at all these Colossi showing up just in time, and with the +2 upgrade, they will do a lot of damage to this army, although he doesn't have any protection for them much longer as these Stalkers go down. And wow, this is really affecting my frame rate. I guess I can't render all these Colossus. So we're just gonna, yeah, I gotta get this new computer done because this engagement is absolutely hammering my frame rate right now. So much as to actually pause the game momentarily while it tries to catch up. I guess I could have closed down some other applications. I've been doing that lately because I got anything open and it really seems to hit my play. And here come my Lings to help out with the Colossi. Seems to have done just fine with it. I hope this game is done soon because I don't know if I'm going to be able to last much longer. I actually might need to pause this and... Oh, looks like I have gotten some Mulisks out of my own. I might actually need to pause this so I can close down some applications so this actually runs a little bit better. See what happens if we pause this for a second. Well, let's hopefully that close down a couple of programs there for a second, so hopefully that will get us through the rest of this game without dying. And we do have the Mulisks here for Dunamai poking around. And oh, that chitinous plating is coming for those Ultras. The 3-3 is almost done. We don't have any Ultras on the way yet, and we have Dunamai going for his Greater Spire play. And we got Observer Speed coming up, and the 3-3-3 upgrades just finishing. So this is a scary army moving out here. And all these Colossus, as long as he can keep these guys in the back, he will destroy everything. Although Spartan is going to try to get some Vikings out, but there's not a lot here. The Stalkers should be focusing down those Vikings, and it looks like, in fact, they are. And then they're going to have to focus down the Mulisks too. And one Colossus does go down, but if he can focus down those Mulisks, these Colossi are going to be a terrifying force. He's going to try to micro those back. Does not have very good anti-air just yet. So he's going to be a little bit cautious here. Oh, but these forces from Spartan are marching single file to their doom. Although they're getting a lot of good anti-air here. They might be able to thin out these Colossus numbers. And as soon as the Stalkers go down, though, then there's not going to be much left to protect these Colossi if they last that long. The Mulis count is going down, but I almost think that Vikings are the bigger threat because they do gain the bonus damage against the Colossi that have ridiculous range. And here comes the Thors from Bocephus, and the Marines are trying to stream in behind it, but they're getting incinerated at the bottom of the ramp. Look at that! It's just a complete graveyard with these +3 Colossi. Just, oh my goodness, that was just awful. Did any of them actually make it down the ramp? That was just horrifying. Now I've got 10 Ultras on the way, but they've got a while. It didn't take a while to build. And this force has been considerably whittled down, but just how much damage did he done? And here comes some Colossus to help back it up. And that will, now it's cleaned up, and now this expansion for Dunamai is going to go down. And they just don't have much left to throw at this anymore. I don't even think my Ultras are going to make it here before this thing's over. I mean, just those Colossi just I think won the game. They just won that game by destroying everything and got him at the worst possible. They were at a choke point. They were trying to funnel around the Thors so they couldn't just run out as quickly as they could to get spread out, and they just got completely destroyed. That was horrible. Oh my goodness, that must have felt terrible. And the Roaches are going to be like, oh, You guys take care of it. Oh, wait, there's an observer here. And then the roaches, oh, are just going to get completely destroyed. Some more Vikings can come in, but with all these stalkers now, there's just not enough they can do at this point. Meanwhile, I'm massing on the western front with my fully upgraded Ultralisk and fully upgraded Crackling. And these Ultralisks, well, they found a different way to go, apparently. And they're going to take on that Planetary. Ultralisk is about the only thing in the Zerg arsenal that can take out a Planetary. Easily. Unless you count air, which... I mean, that's air. What do you want to shoot up? You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, that engagement on the ramp, I think that was their last kick. They lost way too much there, and they just do not have the production now to keep up with this. And now they're getting flanked from both sides. And they can't respond to both. These Colossi are destroying everything here, but the Ultralisk will just tear their bases to pieces if left unchecked. Lifting up that orbital, but where is it going to run? As soon as those stalkers find it, it will be no more. Lifting up all those expansions, but that one's going to burn down, and Spartan's just gone. Nothing more they can do. There's the GG from Dunamai. So they just let the Titans get maxed up with some pretty strong army. There wasn't a lot of pressure that the challengers put on today. They just kind of sat back. They were responding to a little bit of pressure, but they could have gotten a bit more aggressive. They stayed back. That might have been able to allow us to get the... Wow, my goodness. This is just... Oh my goodness. If those weren't my units, I just feel terrible right now. But we got Max Colossi Stalker and Max Ling Ultra. What are you going to do against that? And there's the GG for Bocevis, so I hope you enjoyed this clash. I'm glad my old computer, whose days are numbered, made it through this. And have a day.